For the question 2 is prepare a level 0 data flow diagram of the SNS account payable. So for this question, I'll also use the data flow diagram. So first we will put the data source, 3 data source which has entered with a different time. So one for the vendor, one for the purchasing, and one for the receiving. So first from the vendor, there we send the invoice to the transformation data with the name record payable. So the vendor will send the invoice to the transformer to record the payable. So we put this data flow as the invoice. So from this record payable, then we separate two data flow, which is one for the to the data store with the name account payable, and another one is go to the data store with the name vendor invoice. So this data store is used for the where the system data is stored. So for this one, we will put with the name account payable. And this one with the name vendor invoice. So there will be two data flow, one to the account payable, so one to the vendor invoice. So from purchasing and receiving, there will be one circle with the name collect and store purchase order and receiving report. So the purchasing will send we send the purchase order to this transformation data, and then receiving we send the receiving report. So we name this data flow as the purchase order, and then this data flow with the name receiving report. And then this transformation data will separate two data flow, which is one go to the purchase order, which is purchase order with store, and then another one which go to the receiving report, where the receiving report will be stored. So there are two data store here, one for purchase order and another one is for the receiving report. So this we name with the purchase order, where purchase order will store, and then this we name with the receiving report. So from all these four data store, then we make a payment. So there we have one transformation data, which is will with the name make a payment. So all of this data store will go to the make a payment. So the data flow will be like this, will go to the make a payment. And then for the account payable, they will send to the other transformation data, which is for the prepare management report. So there will the transform data here, and with name prepare management report. So there will be a data flow from account payable to the transformation data, and then from this prepare management report, so after the transformation data finish, they will send to the data destination, which is with the name management. So this data destination will name with the management. So this prepare management report will send to the management the account payable report. So this data flow we will put with the name account payable report. And then from here, after make a payment, there will be one data store for the cash disbursement journal. So there will data store here with the name cash disbursement journal. So there we from make a payment will go to the cash disbursement journal. And then from make payment also separate to another data flow, which is one for the data store for the paid invoice, and then another one is for the vendor. As a destination, which is make a payment remittance advice. So this will be a name with the vendor. And then this will be a name paid invoice. So there are from the make a payment, they go to the pay invoice, which is the pay invoice we store, and then they will go. Then from the make payment, they send the payment limited advice to the vendor. So there will be a data flow here with the name payment and remittance advice. So this will be how look the level 0 data flow diagram for of the SNS account payable.